and sitting in a back booth and having my food and having my one drink, because that's a whole nother thing I'll have to get into. With Sarah's asking me about this, I'll talk to Sarah about it. I'm really cutting back on drinking. Which I only have two martinis a night, but apparently it's too many because I was so fucking hungover the other day. So I'm down to one now. But I don't want to be on the red carpet bullshit event. It makes small talk and this. I just want to be in a back booth. So I don't live that way, but I think until you get there, until you really figure that out in life and are a certain age, and I mean, Sutton's older than me, so some people never figure it out, and it really has nothing to do with age. But I get it. I really think Sutton has Stockholm syndrome, and the more you treat her like shit, or the more that like you don't want her, the more she wants you. Because really, and again, just giving you the facts, not taking a side, you have a real friend there. You have a real friend. Garcelle would have been your real friend. Now, I've got mixed issues with Garcelle, which we'll get into, but I think that is the final straw which caused Garcelle to quit. I really do. That she's sitting there and in the moment, she's like, of course, Erika doesn't have my fucking back. Of course, Boz and Dorit are not there for me. Hilton, she's not there for me. I've never been invited to one of her parties. I think she's just sitting there like, this whole thing is there nobody likes me. The only person I have is Sutton, and it's like that light goes off. It's like when you're dating that guy, is he cheating? Is he good? And the light just goes off, and you're like, I can't unsee it now. This is a horrible relationship. I gotta run. I feel in that moment we saw firsthand. I really do think we witnessed it happen with her processing. I don't think she went in with a plan. I think she was just look. I don't think she got angry and acted in the moment, but I think it was all building up. And I think she said, let's see how the reunion goes, which, listen, let's face it, I think she subconsciously knew she was going to quit. But I think she went into the reunion being like, this could go one of two ways. And if it goes great, I really do want the cast pick and I'll be back next season. I really think we watched in real time her coming to the realization like, well, Andy's not my boss anymore. I could say whatever the fuck I want. But really, like, holy shit, the one person that I thought had my back doesn't have my back. And like, what the fuck am I doing here? This is a waste of time. Now, again, I have mixed feelings, but I really think that is the final straw that caused her to walk out. I really do. And I think as upset as she got, I don't think it was Erika. I don't think it was Dorit. She expects all of that from him. I really do think it was Sutton. That she's sitting there and Garcelle does have your back for the most part. And you're just all you care about is repairing your relationship with Erika. And I hope that we're good and we've come so far. And Kyle, and now you're trying to work on Dorit. And she's just like, man, it's just like the person that chooses all the wrong guys. It's like Teresa. She chooses Louis now. I mean, but she ain't alone. A lot of these other ladies have a really bad track record too. So I think that we witnessed it in like real time when she's like, the final straw is like not only Kyle and Dorit, but yeah, Erika, we've come so far. And I think we've had such a great year. And I think she's sitting there like, what the fuck? All right, enough of that. Dorit and Sutton, maybe they could work it out. Garcelle is getting angrier and angrier and angrier. Um, Finally, Andy says, what pissed you off so much? Garcelle says, all of it. All of it. I don't get any grace in this group. And this is where I think she has a point. I would not have quit, which we'll get into. I agree with this, where she says, I take accountability for it all. It's not, she's like, not one person has looked at me and smiled, which I don't agree with that. And, I take accountability for everything I've done. I'm telling you how I feel, and no one is processing that. And this is where I see both sides because no one has smiled at you. Grow the fuck up, girl. Grow the fuck up. Kyle said it best. This is a job, first of all. You're paid, you're in your fifth season. You probably make like 600,000. I mean, it's Beverly Hills. You probably make like maybe, yeah, six, five, six. You're paid a lot of money. It's a job. No one's there to smile at you. And as Kyle says, this isn't like a nice night out at a Morgan Wade concert. This is the reunion. So I don't think anyone needs to smile at you, girlfriend. But I do agree with her when she's saying, This is how I feel. See, this is how I live my life. There's no right or wrong, right? Do your own thing, dance to the beat of your own drummer. So no one's right or wrong. It's team no one, but that is how she feels. Now, whether she is justified to feel that way, whether it is the way you would feel, whether it is being overly emotional, overreacting, or whether it is totally justified, I don't know if that's really the key thing for me. The key thing is that is how Garcelle feels. So at the reunion, we're supposed to listen to each other. And she's saying, this is how I feel. If you think it's crazy, if you don't agree, I don't think that's wrong. This is how I feel. I feel that this robbery was staged. That's how I feel. So you have to support and like to me, Garcelle is doing a great job because she's like authentically, honestly, not acting for the camera. This is how I feel. I'm Isn't that what we're supposed to do? We're filming a reality show. So the reality is this is how I feel about this is how I feel about this, and this is how I feel about this. And nobody, when I say these things, or I'm upset and I'm like, this is how I feel. Nobody is trying to work it out with me. You're trying to work it out with Sutton, but nobody is trying to work through these issues with me. I say how I feel, and no one looks at me and no one smiles, but you're also just moving on as if I didn't even speak. So I am team her at this point. Like, not the smiling, because I don't think anyone should smile at you, but we've all been there. Have you ever been in a group of like five people? And like, you know, I'm speaking and no one is hearing me. Everyone's talking and I'm trying to speak up and I have something to say and no one's listening to me personally. Well, now I'm done. I don't have a fifth sentence. You didn't listen to the first, second, third, or fourth sentence that came out of my mouth. It's like I'm not here. I feel like I saw in Garcelle's eyes. She was looking around. She's like, it's like I'm not even here. This one's working it out with this one and that one. And I say how I feel and we're on to something else. I'm getting so I do agree with that in life, not for a job. I personally like if no one is listening to you and no one is validating your feelings and you feel completely unheard, then to me, personally, I would have said this is a way. It's to me, it's the same thing like sitting here with the trolls. Like there's I would have stayed. I guess that's what I'm saying. There's nobody, you can't run me out of a job. I am Teflon Don. I would never, ever, ever quit a job ever for a bunch of bitches or fucking assholes, as she says. I would never have left. Now, what I would do differently for my sixth season is I would go home, I would undress, take a nice shower, put on my lovely bathrobe, and I would look in the mirror and I would say, I'm done. I'm just done. To me, and I guess I gotta commend Garcelle for not wanting to be fake on a reality show, but I would have stayed. I would have looked in the mirror and said, I'm done with all of them, including Sutton. And then I would have kept my job in season six when I made even more money. I would have gone back and I wouldn't have cared. I would have just been like, whatever, Sutton, whatever, Kyle, whatever, Erika. Now, if that got me to my last season, I mean, I would maybe give it a little more energy than that because I don't want to be fired, but at least I would, take the paycheck for one more season. Like, I think there is a way to do at least, let me, I can do it. As a Gemini,